Hi, I'm Niko Säkkinen. We are here in Kuopio, Finland. Here is motorcycle exhibition and we are making stunt shows with Dasha. How was the winter? Winter was so long as always and cold. Yeah, we are in Finland. Actually, after winter, before these shows, I did ride 2 times only. I have a super busy moment in my life. I think it's better to keep pushing on, but maybe I'm not traveling for the competitions. We'll see. We'll see what's going on in the autumn time, but I have to take a little bit time and keep my level back on that level what I want.
Il passe vraiment à quelques centimètres.
Allez, ça repart de l'autre côté.
Allez, ça droite, ouais. Celui-là, juste pour le plaisir.
Allez, des cercles en fait.
Ah, il est en fait depuis 30 secondes, un minimum. Ça rapporte des points.
I like the whole plan what I had on France 2019, but I did too many mistakes, and also my switchback tricks looks too slow. I can't do switchback headstand in 2019. Now I can do it, but yeah, little things.
Allez, semble un peu là. Allez, faut l'encourager un peu là.
Allez, on donne tout dans la dernière minute. Allez, Nico, avec sa GoPro sur le casque.
Allez, vous
I started stunt riding in 2006 when I was 16-year-old. I started with a small Suzuki PV moped. You can see inside the exhibition hall was Suzuki PV moped. It's a small Japanese moped. It's popular in Finland and almost everyone that are in my age have 10 of Suzuki PVs when you are in moped age. Back in the days I trained too much, I think. I ride almost every day, but now I have a seat time like 2 or 3 days per week. And now it's better for me because when I ride a little bit less, I can stay focused. I don't just ride basic things. I always, when I go to spot, I try to push my limits. I want to keep my level and learn something more, and then I watch what I can do better. One special trick is switchback wheelie, what I wanted to learn, but it's under progress. I think for my style that Marcin Glovatsky style is better. With my idle setup, it's impossible to handle switchback wheelie like Pavel Carbonic. Yeah, he have some serious special skills on these tricks. He do that well, I think, but it's nice to see always different styles. I think it's great for our sport.
Все в порядке, потом.
I like all of different styles, and my style is, as you said, mixed all of them. I want to do 270 stoppies and I want to do 360 kangaroos, and it's not easy fit all of these tricks in same run, but I will try to do it.
Allez, un beau stoppie qui part. Yeah! 360!
Why do you make 360 in sit-down position?
Because it's just I'm using foot brake a lot. Always when I'm a normal riding position, I use usually foot brake. It's one thing what I have to learn, do it with handbrake, but now it feels better to do with foot brake, that trick. I can keep with whole hand on the handlebar. I can use some power also, take bike with me, you know. It's super important to land it as perfect as possible. You have to do it almost perfectly and you can go straight into circle wheelie, and I always try to do in sit-down position and do no-hander after the 360. It's my combo. It's hard to find good balance for long stoppies, but you can control easy and take enough rebound to 360. But I find great balance. I have progressive Hyper Pro springs in the front suspension, and that's all. It works. Actually, I have a video on my YouTube channel. There is my special oil mix. There is not fork oil. There is hydraulic oil mixed 10V30 motor oil. There is my own mix. I don't know, I did it and it works, so why I don't use it? I do all repairing for my bikes. I don't have a mechanic. I'm my own mechanic. Reinforced swing arm, but rear wheel is in normal position. It's not shorter than original swing arm is something like 20 millimeter longer than 03. So some guys who use new model 636 put 03 swing arm. It's a little bit shorter and I think maybe it helps to 360, but I can ride with the original one and I like it. I can control bike better. I think the problem is if you are doing whips what are not 100% clean. If you push whip and you hit the ground like inside, you know, you will broke the wheel. I broke 2 wheels. Actually, here is one little crack. Yeah, here you can see, here is one little crack at the moment also. I think the problem is that if you're doing whips and your ground hit from the side. In a straight line, rim is pretty hard. Engineering are thinking about torque of the engine, but they don't think about jumping with street bike. Mike jump straight on the wheel, and Korsen is doing also whips what are actually hitting pretty hard rim from the side. I think that's the way to broke wheels. Mitas Sport Force Plus models. I have been riding with these last 8 years. In the rear tire, it's about how big area is. Today we have a pretty small area. Here is 3.2, and in the front tire is also Mitas Sport Force Plus, and there is 2 bar. How to switch gears in burnout? Yeah, it's actually simple. It's same thing as you take a speed up, but when you start to do burnout, you have to take all power out from the engine, and you can't start to think, yeah, next I will put gear up. You have to do it with the flow. You have to hear about bike when it's the right moment to change gear, and you have to do it like pam, pam, pam. If you try put a gear up carefully, you will fail it. Yeah, I use clutch always when I switch the gear, but it's just super quick move. In Kawasaki gearbox is 3 steel ball in the shaft, and when your gearbox is I can show it. Now gearbox is not moving, you can't put second gear on. But when gearbox is rolling, you can put second gear on. And that's important moment when you are doing burnout with first gear. You have to get speed enough, switch the gear so quick because of these steel balls. In this gearbox they are working well, but in my another bike engine I take them off, and it's easier to do switch up burnouts without these balls. With this bike almost everyone starts with second gear just because of the speed of rear wheel. If your wheel stop when you are switching gear up, it's almost every time it means fail. And you can hear sound in the gearbox, and it's a pretty bad thing. Zero problem with original frame, but before I start riding with this bike, we welded some reinforce in the rem air. So here is one weak point. There is something like 1 centimeter hard plate inside the rem air tube, and also connection point of the crash gauge. This is weak point, so here is also super hard plate and no problems with the frame. 2019, before competition in France, I flipped a super high-speed drift. My bike was doing something like 3 flips, and it landed on the roof. I broke everything, front master, fairings and stuff, and I hit my shoulder pretty bad. I also had pain in France competition. Sometimes it happens. If you push hard, you will crash hard. ECU is remapped. This guy in my city made it on the dyno, and I let him know how much I put idle, and he put right setups for my riding style. And also in the throttle bodies is only these butterflies what are moving with wire. Electric ones are removed. Here is one super weak point of the swing arm, is the stopper of the brake bracket. There is welded from here and inside, and also there is this one, and now it's hard enough. New model 636 have a super long distance from here to here, so I'm a pretty long rider, but even for me, if I sit on here, handlebar was so far away. This helps a lot for sit-down no-handers. Without this pad, it's impossible to do.
Allez Nico, les 30 dernières secondes. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to find a good riding position because I'm tall, but my handlebars are moved a little bit higher and a little bit like that. As a high chair, when long legs are actually not pretty good. Here is not space, but during the wheelies, I don't know what happens. I can go out from the high chair from the side, but maybe it's because in wheelie you have to go out, or yeah, do it or die. I like the sport bike look, that's why. And also for high chair stoppies fairing is helping much because you can put your leg over here and all your weight is not on the arms, you know. If you watch when I do high chair stoppies, I always put my right foot over here.
Avec le 180.
Allez, un gros scopie.
Oui. Le Scopie 180.
Mike is just a magic Mike. He can do it without that. Actually, in these days, I'm a fan of many totally different riders because, as I said, I like all kind of stunt styles. Joni Tammela for sure, Finnish guy. You don't know him. Yeah, he was also super talented rider. He actually win Chris Pfeiffer and AC Farias in indoor competition back in the days. Actually, we did one practice together in 2019. He's still riding. We'll see what happens in future. Now Corona is done. I think it's possible to do events again. Hey, see you on spot, guys.
Allez, ça va me faire le show.